ready, because you about to be an ATLien.
We were talking about Nene Leakes. I know y'all want to talk about Nene Leakes, honey. You're about like, Nene, please, Nene, please, Nene, please. So Nene did about 3 interviews on the same day. She did Tamron Hall. She did ExtraTV with Billy Bush, and she did Entertainment Tonight with Kevin Frazier. The Tamron Hall interview is what everybody was talking about. She got really, really emotional. It seems like she shed a few tears. Tamron asked her, what did she want out of the situation? Did she want to go back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta? And Nene said categorically, no, she does not. In fact, what she does want is a seat at the table, meaning I'm assuming that she wants to have some conversations with, the network, because, the network made her great. She feels like there are some things that should be changed within the network. They have pledged to, focus on equality and to be more diverse within their organization. So in doing so, they pledged $100 million. They got, Kim Zolciak running around saying that racism didn't exist before social media. You got Stassi and all of them talking about, saying racist things on their show. You have Andy Cohen, hashtagging low down monkey with a wig on when he's talking about Nene Leakes. So there are some things that need changing now. Don't act like y'all blind to it, because we talk about it all the time. Then, they treat the black girls different than they treat the other girls. You can't, like, every year we talked about this every single year on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, how they never really had like a big budget for their girls trips. Eventually they did, but how, they was taking road trips to Savannah, taking road trips to the beach and stuff, and while the other ladies were going to Italy and Dubai and all of that. So it was just interesting that this show, which is, accumulating a lot of funds for Bravo, wasn't getting the same type of play as other shows. Now, Nene has been spilling tea, for the past, I want to say the past couple of years, because she said like last year that someone was trying to stop her bag. I don't know if y'all remember that. I could pull it up. I would pull it up. You want receipts. I got all the receipts. She said about a year ago, somebody was trying to stop her bag, but she didn't say who. She also said, this year that, she was going through negotiations. It was a tough time. While other people were saying she was fired, she was saying she was not fired. She was still negotiating. They gave her a deal. She said, no, I want something else. And I guess they decided that they didn't want to give her what she wanted, and she walked away from the table. That being said, she has gone on to say that she felt like she was pushed out because every year, they kept giving her fewer and fewer episodes, meaning, they would go to the press and say that she was the highest paid housewife because she was getting the most per episode, but then they weren't giving her episodes. So it's like, how can you compare her 5, 6, 8, 10 episodes to Bethany's 25 episodes, getting less money but still getting millions a year? So there's that. Then she, brought up the fact that the other OGs, she's the only black OG that has to go through this. All the other OGs do not have to go through that. They get their salary, they get all their episodes, they walk away with all their money. Meanwhile, it's an issue. So she has been saying certain things, and we've been listening. We've been paying attention. If you are a member of this channel, if you have been here for any length of time, you know I am, Team Nene. A lot of our fans want to boycott Bravo. I don't know. Is that a solution? Is that not a solution? But I feel like, not watching the show will show them, that we have some impact. There's some other things that have been going on. We talked about how, it seems like since she started making these accusations, that Bravo are, it's like slick shady trying to make changes. They let Candy do the racism special that probably only 4 of y'all watched. And, that included a few other Bravo celebrities, like, I think it was Toya and Eugene from Married to Medicine, and Portia was involved, and Candy and Todd, and some more people, whatever. I don't even remember who was on it. But, and my thing was doing a racism special. What is that about? That's just trying to show that you are, diverse. It didn't show us that. Then on top of that, what else did they do? Oh, they offered Portia an executive producer credit on, what is it, call line, chat line, or whatever, where they sit online on a Zoom call with 3 people and talk about pop culture. Isn't that just Dish Nation all over again? Isn't that a conflict of interest? Isn't that what she's already doing? Like, why are you doing it for Bravo now? But anyway, I digress. But yeah, it's just a lot of things that's going on, and you like, okay, so when it came down to Andy having Wendy on the show and him, posing those leading questions to Wendy, and then Wendy pretty much throwing her friend under the bus, it's clear that Nene, had enough. She's finally spoken out. She hadn't spoken out before. She didn't. When Andy threw that shade, she didn't say nothing. When Wendy threw that shade a few months ago, she didn't say nothing. Now she's saying things that people want to hear from her. So, I appreciate, her talking about it and her saying that she wants a seat at the table to make some changes. And hopefully, just like she said, she didn't want to go on the Tamron Hall Show and drag anybody. I don't feel like that was the goal. And she didn't do that. She actually, said that, there are some tough conversations that need to be had, and she hopes to have them behind closed doors. So in addition to that interview, that was the longest interview. You can find that on the Tamron Hall Show website on YouTube. I think she has them in 3 parts. You can also find them on my member channel. I have the whole 26-minute segment over on in the members only section on my community wall, and it's on my Patreon. But I also wanted to talk about these other 2 interviews that aren't too many people talking about. The first one is, hold on, let me find it, is ExtraTV with Billy Bush. He was being a little bit messy because Billy Bush really wanted to find out what was going on with Nene and Wendy, and what was going on with Nene and Andy. And she kind of like just, gave him, little short answers, but you can see she was over it. So, and not a lot of people has watched this interview. I was surprised about that. It's only got like 5,000 views. First of all, again, here's my disclaimer. This is copyright. This is for fair use only. Criticism, comment, news reporting, teacher scholarship, and research. Fair use. This is fair use. Okay, this video is for entertainment purposes, and this is transformative in nature. Now let's take a look at this.
This is what Nene sent to me weeks ago. I have to do GMA, Tamron, and a few others. Let's do something in October. Okay, I can send back which one of those shows had you in to co-host. I mean, I'm not afraid to get aggressive with Nene. Oh, 2 messages from Nene. No kidding, this is real. Uh-oh. Billy, stop it. You know I love you. Okay, what day do you want to do this? We should have our own show together anyway. Go make Lisa make it happen. Oh, Nene, you can run, but you can't hide. I've got you. There you are. I had to track you down.
Yes.
So as you can see, this interview was on the same day, same background, same dress, everything. And I know Tamron probably had her scheduled first, but I guess she decided, well, since I'm doing press, may as well
track me down.
Right? You say man's got to be persistent. Let's be honest. You're not your normal peppy self. What's going on? You okay?
Yeah, I'm going to be okay.
What's on your mind right now? This is a shoulder you have leaned on before. It's right here. Tell me.
No, it's just a lot going on. That's all. It's just a lot going on.
Nene, let's get to the business here. Did you leave or did they push you out, these Real Housewives people, Andy Cohen, Bravo?
Well, leaving and pushing out is kind of 2 different things. I left because I being pushed out. I always try to give people the example of, if you're working at McDonald's making 40 hours a week and suddenly they drop you down to 20 hours and they drop you down to 15 and they drop you down to 10, it's obviously that they want you to quit.
Sometimes when we're hurt, we lash out and we say things maybe we don't mean. You had some choice words for Andy.
Listen, this is a conversation that he and I are going, and the people involved are going to have to deal with behind the scenes.
From what
So I just wanted to say that, as you can see, he kind of skipped all over the, her leaving and this, that, and the third. But now he wants to know about the mess. He really wants to know about the mess. And I get it, but I appreciate that she didn't fall into the trap. Hold on.
What I'm putting together, it sounds like with what was going on behind the scenes between you and Andy and Bravo, that, it was too soon and to be then taking it public, right?
That's right. It was too soon. It was too soon.
What about Wendy? Have you spoken to Wendy?
No, I have not.
She said that you're doing all this for attention. The show is about attention, but did she go too far?
Listen, let me just say this to you. After working for a company this number of years, there are real feelings involved here, okay? Yeah. I would never just come out and just say anything just because I want attention. I don't need attention.
Let me just say this. Can you tell that she got annoyed at that attention question? She got annoyed. Hold on. Her face changed a little bit. Hold on. Let me go back.
Want attention. I don't need attention. If I want attention, I can get it from my husband and children. I would never come out and need this type of attention and intentionally want to hurt someone for attention. Why? For what? I'm not that girl. If you've known anything about me, I'm real. Okay.
I learned something else. Your name is Lenethea. Is that right?
Correct.
That's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love that name. I was saying, gosh, Lenethea Leakes. What a great name. Yeah. I think you might need a clothing line that says Lenethea. I don't know.
Oh, that's nice.
Maybe it's an intimate line that says, put on a little Lenethea beneath you.
Hey, I like that line.
I'm getting her back.
Say her name, child. No, you're not trying to shade her name. You just learned her name was Lenethea. It's been Lenethea the whole 20 years she been on the show. Anyway, right. That was a bit aggy. Now let's go to hold on, let me go to the Kevin Frazier one. I just wanted to show y'all that, she was saying similar things. It was the same day. And it's like everybody wanted to hear from her. And it's like, girl, we ain't heard from Candy, Kenya, none of them. But they really want to hear from Nene Leakes, honey. They want to hear from Miss Leakes. Hold on.
You have spent so much time there. You've been such a big part of this franchise. It has been such a big part of your life. How do you go on and what's next?
You go on, with healing over time.
Do you think the show will be a success without you?
I'm not trying to have an argument.
I hope so. I would never wish anything bad on them. I mean, that would not be right. I would like to see the show continue on and do well.
Do you think, and maybe you know the answer to this, but do you feel like that if something could have been worked out, you could have stayed with the Housewives for years, or were they not respecting your position as one of the original Housewives?
No, I don't feel like, I needed to walk in and somebody needed to respect my position kind of thing. Absolutely not. That is not what this is about at all. And I would have loved to always be able to play with them. I can't say that, it's been a lot of years and I've grown in many ways. And it's just not something I want to do, every day.
You said there were some truths you wanted to talk about, some truths you wanted to tell, you wanted to get out there now that you have moved away from the franchise. Can you give us an idea of what you were talking about?
I can't. There are legal people involved. So, hopefully these truths will never have to come out. Hopefully that we'll be able to work our differences out quietly and behind the scenes.
So, she's been saying the same thing that, she's not trying to drag her former employee. She's not doing that at all. She did feel a ways about Andy and Wendy Williams. But, there's that. Now, all of y'all are talking about the interview today where Cynthia and Eva had something to say about, their former OG of the Housewives franchise, you know, deciding to leave the show. Now, as I have told you time and time again, it was Nene's choice to leave. And I've also told you time and time again that Eva ain't going nowhere. I told y'all, you know, that, you know, they took her peach. They offered her a friend role. She didn't want it. So she jumped the gun and said that she quit. Meanwhile, Candy and all of them trying to get her back on the show since they didn't know what Nene's status was. Now it's some money freed up. So who knows? Eva may be back in a full capacity. I don't know, with a peach or without, but she will be on this season of the show. She'll also be in Cynthia's wedding. I think I mentioned that as well. So Eva and Cynthia did an interview together. Now, if Eva wasn't a part of the franchise anymore, why do you think that she would be doing this interview alongside Cynthia Bailey? Y'all let me know. Let's listen to a little clip of this, of what they said about Nene Leakes.
You're starting to film Real Housewives of Atlanta. Eva, I know you're not filming. Let's just get the big news out of the way. Were you surprised when Nene announced she's leaving the show?
I was surprised.
Really?
I was surprised just because, you know, Nene's been over here from the beginning. And, you know, I definitely feel like she brings a lot to the show. I feel like when you think of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, she's one of the first women that you think of. And with that said, you know, she gave us this place. She helped build the platform that, you know, Eva and I, you know, have been working on now.
Yeah, Eva, I'd love your take on it as well.
I'm definitely sad to see Nene go. Super surprised. And I hit Nene up and I just told her to hold your head, Queen. She has done amazing things to create the franchise and the legacy that is Real Housewives of Atlanta. And she will definitely be missed.
Cynthia, you mentioned your wedding, 8 days.
I didn't want to hear Cynthia. I didn't want to hear about her wedding, but, you know, Eva will be in the wedding. You know, she's supposed to get married, 10/10/20, which is coming up, isn't it? When is 10/10/20? In about 5 days. So, yeah, that's supposed to be the finale or part of the finale. I don't know if that's the finale or not. Normally, the finale is around the 31st, around Halloween. So, I don't know what they're gonna do. But anyway, I digress. It's a whole lot of y'all in here. Go ahead and like this video, please, and thank you.